Iedereen die een beetje van autosport houdt heeft de afgelopen maanden de soap rond Jos Verstappen en Jordan natuurlijk gevolgd. Er is veel over gezegd, veel over geschreven, maar hoe zat het nou precies? Olaf Mol vroeg het teambaas Eddie Jordan.
Now Jos, two new young drivers in your team, Glock and Pantano. Does it mean that Jordan is now back where he used to be, bringing young, charging drivers?
Well, it was a very turbulent last couple of months in the racing business, and I had to look at what the best options for the team was, and part of the whole theme for this coming season is the fight back. And in the fight back, like where Jordan was in 98 and 97, all these young drivers were very much a key to our success. So when it wasn't possible to complete with Jos, I decided to go back to what was best for us in those times and hope that we can find a formula to be successful and to win again.
It must be hard in a way not to have the deal done. Would it be right for me to say that maybe all parties are unhappy? Both the team a bit, the driver, sponsor?
I think life is very short and you have to move on very quickly. I tried as much as I possibly could do, and I think all parties did. I think Trust did. I think that Jos genuinely wanted to drive for Jordan. We absolutely wanted him. There were some things in the middle that just didn't help, and we don't want to talk about that. It's a private matter. But I don't think anyone really is... We're not out to blame anyone. We're not out to blame ourselves. We don't know the full situation. It's just sometimes a deal, no matter how hard you try, it's just not possible to finish for a variety of different reasons. And this was one of the cases where, I'd been speaking to Jos for quite some time. And anyway, he's not here, which is a pity for everybody. I think Formula One needs a Dutch driver. As Bernie always says, there's too many English drivers, too many German drivers, too many Italian drivers. We need other nationalities to create the image and the international setup of the position. But not just for that reason. Jos is a high-quality driver, and he's missed.
So the two J's, Jordan, Jos, is a closed book?
You can never say that anything is closed. I learned a long time ago, as soon as you say that can never happen, sure as anything, something happens. But as we speak at the moment, Jos, I'm sure, is looking for another alternative situation for his career. And at the moment, Jordan has 3 young drivers on their books, and I believe it's part of what I hope is the start of this revival, this fight back. And I have to think about what's in the future, not think about what's happened in the past.
Straks hoe de fans van Jos Verstappen Eddie Jordan voorzichtig proberen duidelijk te maken dat ze het niet helemaal, of zeg maar gerust helemaal niet met hem eens zijn. Maar nu eerst kijken we even naar de prijsvragen. Jos Verstappen heeft de grootste fanclub in de hele Formule 1. En toen de onderhandelingen niet helemaal vlotjes verliepen, kreeg ook teambaas Eddie Jordan met die fans te maken.
What was one of the most painful things for you? Because I understand there was something going on mails and all that sort of things.
I think that can easily get blown out of the proportion. Look, you go to somewhere and you cannot expect everybody to like you. You cannot expect everyone to hate you. So there's sometimes a balance in the middle. And one thing about Jos, he has probably, to my knowledge, the most supportive, hardcore group of fanatical supporters. And that's quite encouraging, and it was amazing when things were going well, the support and the emails we got. When things weren't going well, they were quite horrible, but we're big boys, all the words I saw in the emails I've seen before, so I can't say was I very surprised. I was surprised with the amount of them, because it just shows the level of the interest that Jos has brought to himself and motor racing inside Holland. But some of them were really not nice, so it was difficult for the people in our press office, young girls and that, and there were some really not nice things, but forget about it, it's not important.
Finally, aim for you in Australia here, or maybe for the season?
Well, I've just spoken to the staff here, as I did in the people in the factory before I left, and the motivation thing is, if it's like the dawning of a new era. Jordan went through good times, fought for a championship, has now fallen back, had a very bad year last year. I'm not prepared to keep going like that situation, and we need to work harder with our friends and colleagues at Ford and Jordan with this new idea of young drivers, developing them, bringing them forward. We all know who they are because half the grid in Formula One came from Jordan, which is a nice thing. But I want to now go back to the situation which brought us that result and I hope to be in the top 6 in the championship at the end of the season.
Wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.